New West Brom boss Alan Pardew insists he has a point to prove after his exit from Crystal Palace last year. The 56-year-old has signed a deal until 2020 at the Hawthorns and faces Palace in his first game in charge of the Baggies on Saturday. Pardew won just 6 of his final 36 games with the Eagles and was sacked last December to end his spell at Selhurst Park, having taken the club to 10th in the Premier League in 2015 and the FA Cup final a year later. He replaced Tony Pulis at Albion yesterday after almost a year out of management, and his axe at Palace still hurts. "I did feel a little bit harshly done by on that decision," he said. "Of course you can justify it by saying on that particular run I had to go and that's how the media is, but sometimes as a manager with the relationship you have, I felt I had a bit more trust than that. But okay, now you get another go. I think it was important I got a club where I thought I could take it forward and an environment to give me a good chance. I was disappointed to lose my job at Palace, I really was. I think although we were on a difficult run, we had finished 10th, we had got to a cup final. I felt I deserved more time, but I didn't get it. I wanted to make sure when I went back and it was an opportunity with people I really felt comfortable with." Pardew's Palace struggles highlighted a perception he makes on immediate impact at a club before tailing off, but the former Newcastle manager disputed the tag. He said, "I think it's a little bit unfair. When I left Newcastle, people still came up, some Geordie fans, saying, 'We are disappointed you got the sack.' I didn't get the sack, I left, and when I did leave we were 9th. With the clubs I've managed, you're going to get difficult spells. I've not been fortunate enough to be at Arsenal or Liverpool where you can win 7,080% of your games. You're going to have spells where you have to dig in, and at times at Newcastle, Mike Ashley did very well for me, stuck by me in some difficult times. I'm open-minded. I still don't think I'm perfect by any stretch of the imagination, but I hope I'm a good manager for West Brom." Jonathan Gould is due to stay as goalkeeping coach, but assistant head coach Mark O'Connor is expected to leave. With Albion fans complaining about their style under Tony Pulis, Pardew wants to inject some excitement and challenge for trophies. He said, "My best teams play on the front foot. Sometimes they get a bloody nose doing that, and that's what I'll deliver here at West Brom. And, ultimately, hopefully along that line, we can get up to sort of 1.5 or 1.7 points a game. I've achieved that in the past at certain times at clubs, and that's what I hope to do here. I think the most important thing is, and it's so difficult in the Premier League, to have ambitions to win the league, to win trophies, because you have 6 or 7 clubs whose finances are way above the level that we are working at. They all compete for every trophy, so even the League Cup now has become dominated by the top clubs. It's very difficult to break. We almost did it, of course, with Palace in the FA Cup, so you have to have those ambitions to try and win a trophy, as difficult as it is, and I think that's the point I'm trying to make. I've come close twice, very, very close to winning the FA Cup, and one day I would like to do it. That's the kind of ambition I'm talking about."